welcome back to Jacob's Toys 5-minute figure reviews. Please do like, share and subscribe and all those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. So we are taking a look at Marvel Legends, The Eternals, AJAK, played by obviously Salma Hayek. Now let's have a look at her in the box. She looks pretty cool. Let's open that box up and have a look at AJAK in a little bit closer detail. Now I should start off by saying that she is a Walmart exclusive, but over here in the UK she is readily available from Hasbro Pulse UK. She comes with two open palm hands and an alternate head as well. So we've got one with the crown on and we've got one without. And if you have a look at it here, I'm not 100% sure that this resembles Salma Hayek enough. She's obviously a very good looking actress and I'm not sure that this figure does her full justice. However, the head with the crown on, from a distance you can kind of tell who it's supposed to be, but I'm not 100% sold on that unmasked head just yet. Now let's just pick her up and take a little bit of a closer detail at the paintwork. Now I know that a lot of people have kind of reported some bad paintwork on their figures. However, I actually can't fault mine. The lines are all nice and straight, the paint's where it should be, and it's got this really nice metallic on it as well. She's got this kind of cape that hangs down the back. Yeah, from first glance I can't see any problems with the paintwork. There's no scratches, there's no sort of lines out of place, and the actual detail on the heads are both very nice. Now let's just pop her hands out and I'll just swap it out for one of these open palm hands. Now the back of the box, just to let you know, reads that she is the spiritual leader of the Eternals and she can heal people as well as communicate with the Celestials. So it's going to be very interesting to see what she does in the film. Now you can see here from the head that she's got this new ballpoint thing that they've been using on a lot of the figures. Quite tough to get that unmasked head in, but there we go, did manage it. You can see from the figure that she's sort of been pushed out of shape because that's put quite a lot of pressure on it. Now the actual unmasked head looks a lot better when it's actually on the figure, so I do take back what I said earlier a little bit. Yeah, it does look a lot better when it's actually on the figure. However, taking a closer look at the masked head here, you can see that the paint apps are really quite spot on. There's a little bit of blue leaking over the top there, but you can't see that from front on. And the detail on the actual face sculpt is really nice. You can see the line there where the hair's been put together, but that would be down the back, so it's not really a big problem. But you can see a bit of blue bleeding over the top there, but as I said, you can't see that when you're positioning the figure, so I'm really not going to complain. I think I was either lucky or there are definitely numbers out there that don't have bad paint apps, but this is definitely one of them. Now obviously she's the leader of the Eternals, so it's a bit of a shame that she wasn't in the actual wave because she is going to be harder for people to get hold of. Now what's happened there is the peg came out in the head and I've had to pull it out, so that shouldn't have happened. So just be aware of that when you are changing these heads over, that they are a bit temperamental and it's really going to take some force to get that back in, but there you go, done it. So yeah, so just be aware when you are changing the heads over that little peg can actually come out and cause you a bit of problem. Just make sure that you don't break it, because otherwise you're going to have a headless figure. Now she doesn't come with any other accessories, no weapons or anything like that, so it's just the unmasked head and the open hands. So I'm going to put the open palm hands on her because, you know, she's the spiritual leader of the Eternals after all, so I'm going to put her in some kind of spiritual pose. You can see there the detail on the boots as well. Even though they are covered over predominantly by a skirt, they have put some details there on the costume underneath. But yeah, all in all, she's not actually that bad. I'm actually really quite pleased with how she looks. I was worried, I was a little bit concerned, because things I'd read online is that there was a lot of issues with the paintwork on this particular figure, but I don't think that I've actually experienced it. That little bit of blue bleeding over the top isn't really gonna make me complain to Hasbro or anything like that just yet. She's quite easy to stand despite being a female figure, and as I've said in previous videos, female figures are predominantly harder to pose because of the smaller feet and 9 out of 10 times the heeled boot as well. However, she's very easy to pose and she holds a pose quite nicely, as you can see here, without any issues. Now obviously the film is still to come out, so we don't fully know what she's going to do as a character or how she behaves, so I'm assuming that the fact that we've got two closed fist hands and two open palm hands indicate a little bit as to what the character is going to be like in the film. And as it says on the box, she's a spiritual healer, so obviously these hands are going to be used to heal people at some point in the film. I'm not 100% sure which head I prefer, whether I prefer the one with the helmet or the one without, and actually as I go through this review now, they are actually both quite nice heads when on the figure, but not necessarily as standalone heads. It doesn't really resemble Salma Hayek as much as the images on the side of the box do, but from a distance and in a display you can definitely tell who it's supposed to be. So yeah, no, all in all, really pleased that I got it. Get it from Hasbro Pulse UK over here in England, and obviously a Walmart exclusive elsewhere. Thanks very much for watching. If you're enjoying the 5-minute figure reviews, please do like, share, subscribe and all of those things, and I will catch you very soon for the rest of the wave. Oh, yeah.